This week, it's all about Joshua Tree National Park.
Man, we had the best week ever.
We did. I feel like I'm living a dream right now.
Joshua Tree National Park is absolutely fantastic, and we had expected to spend a couple of days visiting it. What we didn't expect was that we would find an amazing campground and wind up spending an entire week there. Totally fantastic, and we are going to talk all things Joshua Tree, all the sights, the things that we loved, and the disappointments that we experienced there. Our first day in Joshua Tree, we spent it in the rocks area.
Yeah,
we kind of
Jumbo rocks and skull rocks and all the rocks.
We had a very central focus. We wanted to do about 10 and a half, 11 miles that day, and we managed to do it. So we started with the rocks section, and then we went up to the 49 Palms Oasis section, and we're going to show you both of those things right now, so check this out.
Welcome to Joshua Tree. We're about to do our first run here. It's a little bit chilly. There's snow on the ground. I got my hat, my gloves, but the sun is shining and it's a beautiful day. We're gonna go see Skull Rock, Jumbo Rock, and Split Rock. And we're taking you along for the ride. Let's go.
What were your favorite things to see here?
Yeah, well, definitely the most touristy of all of the rock area is Skull Rock, and it's really cool. I gotta say, my favorite was both Split Rock and Face Rock, and Face Rock wasn't really even on the map, and we just kind of ran through, saw it, and I thought it was really cool. It looked like a face.
Yeah, Face Rock was pretty cool. I especially liked that it reminded me of Sloth from the Goonies.
Next up, Arch Rock Trail. It's a shorty, but it should be beautiful.
How fun was that? 1.5 miles and it was beautiful. That was totally worth it.
It was beautiful, and the key is meet another couple so they can take your photo and you can take their photo, and then you're out of there. Last run of the day, 49 Palms Oasis, 3 to 4 miles. Here we go. Well, we saved the hardest trail for the end of the day.
We were going to do this one first, but realized we couldn't get a pass at this entrance, so we had to go around to the other entrance. That's why we did the other ones first. So we finished, and I'm exhausted.
I'm exhausted too, but I have to tell you, this one was totally worth it. It was just kind of mind-blowing, actually. You're running, it's sand, it's rock, it's granite, and then all of a sudden, you know you're running towards an oasis, but all of a sudden, palm trees. There's no water in sight.
Huge palm trees, and so many of them. This was such a fun trail. Highly recommend. And what was it, just over 3 miles? 800 feet of elevation gain. So if you come here and it's hot out, bring lots of water and be patient, because it is definitely, they call it a strenuous trail. I would say that's accurate.
How fun was that, right? Yeah. Beautiful day, long day, but absolutely worth it.
Chilly day.
Chilly day, yeah. The snow was totally unexpected, but absolutely a beautiful day. We had a great time there, and it was hard. I'm not going to say it was an easy day to put in that mileage, but just beautiful. Joshua Tree, what a great introduction to it we had.
Loved it.
We stayed at a campground called Hidden Valley, kind of in the central area of Joshua Tree National Park. This campground, really a climber's paradise more than anything else, but we found it to be the perfect launch point for trail running, hiking, just exploring in general. We had a great couple of days there where we explored the Hidden Valley Trail, a gold mine, some ruins, and that sort of thing. So that was a great place to get lost in. And oh man, we did get lost a few times. Definitely have your offline maps downloaded, but totally worth it. What did you think?
I loved it. I find Joshua Tree so interesting because there's obviously set trails there.
There's so many bugs here.
There are so many bugs. But because of like the big rocks and the sparse vegetation, it feels a bit choose your own adventure, but you don't necessarily want to because it all does look remarkably the same. So you know that you passed rocks, but are those the rocks you passed yesterday or are those the rocks you passed 2 minutes ago? Like, you really want to stay on trail because I feel like it could be easy to get lost.
I think it could as well. And definitely, we were there. This is being filmed in January, February. Keep in mind, if you go there warmer months of the year,
oh my gosh,
you better go with a lot of water.
Yes.
We have 25 gallons on board. It was kind of barely enough for a week there. You definitely want to pack your water. What were your favorite things that we got to see there?
I was so excited to go to Joshua Tree. I have been for years. I feel like the only thing I knew about it was Joshua trees.
Yeah.
But what I found interesting, there's definitely Joshua trees, but it's all the other stuff that I thought was so cool. The rocks that you can just like kind of boulder and climb and mess around on like you're a little kid. The Cholla Cactus Garden, which is one of the stops on the main road, I think blew my mind. We had been seeing these cacti the entire week and they were just so different and cool and you kind of wanted to touch them. They looked fuzzy, but you knew that they were just about to just like porcupine you, like just throw those needles at you.
They look fuzzy, but they are not to be messed with.
But that garden, which I feel like is probably an Instagram's dream, an Instagrammer's dream or whatever, was so beautiful. And I just loved walking through them and just looking at them, and it just brought a smile to my face and made me so happy. I just thought it was so fun.
Yeah, everybody else there, like the women were in sundresses and the guys were following them around with cameras, and we were like, this is neat. Look at this one over here. Try not to touch it.
Sun hat on.
Look, this one's got fruit on it. Like, we were geeking out and everybody else was like posing. Yeah. So we're bad at the influencer part. I have to say my favorite part of all the things that we saw there, I love the ruins. I love the old ranches. I love the old mines that we got to see. I love the history of it so much. There was even a sign that a guy had put up. He had been attacked and he had shot the guy that attacked him.
Oh, that was so cool.
And he put like a headstone there when he got out of prison to say like, I did this and here's where I did it. And I was like, wow, this is really intense.
Hardcore.
Super cool though. The ruins, I love that type of thing because you're seeing things that are not going to come back. They're falling further into ruin all the time. It's just stuff that's being forgotten from history all the time. And I mean, it's going to happen to all of us for some reason. I just find that fascinating. And I love that they had so much of it there. Didn't expect it. I thought it was going to be all nature stuff. Turns out that there was a lot of really cool history there too. So that was the stuff that really blew me away. One last note about Joshua Tree. Do you have any regrets?
Well, I did get sick, so we stayed, which, I mean, you can't have regrets about that, it just happens, but we did stay for a full week. It was we were really excited, and I got sick almost immediately, and so there was one hike that we wanted to do, which was Ryan Mountain. I think it's the most popular hike in the entire park.
It might be, yeah.
So we didn't get to do that. I'm not super upset about it. We saw so much cool stuff while we were there, and most people only stay for like a day or two. They don't stay for a whole week, so I'm not bummed, but it's just one thing that was on our list that we didn't get to accomplish.
Yeah, and I'm with you on that because I got sick at the end of our time in Joshua Tree, and then the Cottonwood area, which I really wanted to explore. We're just going to have to come back and check out more, and I don't think that that's really ultimately a big deal. We can make that happen on the way back, maybe. We'll see.
Maybe. We got to come back this way.
Hey, as long as Hidden Valley Campground is going to stay $15, I will come back as often as it takes because it is gorgeous there and absolutely worth the trip.
That cloud ruined my sunset.